Jennifer?
I think there'll be lots of that. So first, the leaf season was a little cut short this year with the early snow, but the highway department did a great job on the leaves. And now they're on to plowing snow until today when it was 60 for one day, but I'm sure they'll be back at it later this week. And I too would like to thank Ginny, Patty, and Tom. It's been a pleasure to work alongside the three of you. I've certainly learned a lot over the past couple of years, and we'll miss you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jennifer.
You know what? I'm gonna have Ginny and Patty go last. John?
Well, I'd like to echo Peter Elder's eloquent comments, specifically the amount of projects that we've undertaken in the last few years. It's been learning experiences for every one of us, and your commitment, all three of your commitments to this town, are to be respected because they were true commitments. We're liaisons to different departments, and it doesn't mean, okay, you're just a liaison in name only. I mean, a lot of time has been spent by the liaisons to these different departments, especially those liaisons for the major projects. And I've learned a great deal from Patty and Ginny and Tom. And I know, you could have said, no, we're not going to do these projects right now, or we're going to do part of these projects. But the battles that you fought, specifically you, Tom, advocating for the town of Webster to bring Fairlife in. I speak from the heart. I truly don't believe Fairlife would have come to Webster without you advocating for this town. And that's just a fact. And I don't think anybody will disagree with me on this board. And sure, you and I have had our disagreements, but that's the way it should be. Okay? You have a board that agrees on every single thing. To me, that signals a problem. All right? It really does. And you have the willingness to have these debates in an open forum, which is the way it should be. I don't feel that negotiations that are going to impact the town should be done behind closed doors. Sure, some of them will be because you're going to have confidential information, but the willingness and openness to have some of these debates during meetings, I hold you in the highest esteem. So thank you.
I will say this. Believe it or not, this will be quick. I feel pretty blessed over the last 6 years. I mean, I've worked with these four board members. But I also got a chance to work with Barry Dean and Bill Abbott. And to your point, John, I mean, I think, Bill Abbott and I thought we'd have to put on some. But as the dust settled, everything you said, you're right. You invited out this and that. We got a lot of stuff done. And that is that's going to be the legacy, So that's been great. The other thing I will say is that the three board member elects, Alex Shildona, supervisor, Nick Hunter, and Garrett Wagner are here tonight. I had the chance at the reception earlier tonight to say to Garrett, I have been very impressed in how much those three gentlemen have immersed themselves since December 1st. December 1st, because as we all know, we didn't know who won the supervisor election, so we had to put off the transition really until we could figure that out. And once we knew it, our transition team here at the town, 4 department heads, met initially with Alex, Garrett, and Nick. And my interaction, but also hearing from the interaction of the town department heads and other people over the last 18 days, is that these guys are omnipresent at town hall. They're asking the right questions. They're getting the right documents. That's impressive. And I think that portends well for this town come January. So I appreciate you guys doing that, because you could have basically said, I don't need to do anything until I get sworn in, but you didn't. So thank you. Ginny.
Well, I would like to thank you, the opportunity of working with every single one of you, with all the Webster, all the town staff, especially Emily's on for the clerk. It's an honor to work with you, Dean. And, but anyway, it is come to the end of my 4 years terms at Webster Town Councilwoman. I wanted to thank you, all my constituents who supported me all this time. I'm honored and grateful for the support, and I'm humbled to serve our community. This is not farewell, my friends. It's just, this is not goodbye, my friend. This is just farewell. Please continue to support our Webster Museum and Webster Library and our local businesses, because I'm also a liaison for the Webster Museum and the Webster Library. I will miss those, my friends. They exist because of all of you. And please remember to thank our veterans and our military men and women for their sacrifice and service of our country. We are all God children. Be kind and be respectful to each other. We want to leave our legacy behind as good people for our community. How we act and how we do will affect the lives of our children. Set good example for them. And again, I will miss, sitting here. But like I said, God have ways of doing things, and I trust Him to show me that way. And God bless you all, and God bless America. And again, thank you for the opportunity to be here to serve.
So Patty, I'm a math guy, right? How many board meetings? I mean, I know that in 6 years between workshops and whatever, I'm at about 240. How many has she been at between village, planning, where this and that? 1,000?
I'm surprised you haven't already done
I'm
that
surprised
math.
that you didn't do that, yeah, because those things aren't in my head, and I really don't know that I want to even consider how
It's gotta
many
be
it's
over
been.
1,000?
Maybe you should ask my husband, he might know. So
It's a lot.
I did prepare some comments, as I said earlier, but before I start, I just want to set the record straight on something, and I don't think I've shared this with you, Tom, but last night, someone asked me if I was retiring because you had chosen to retire. And I said, heck no. It's not exactly what I said. I said, heck no. I said, I actually decided to retire before Tom did. And then I thought, well, maybe you decided to retire because I was. So I'll just put that out there. It has been an honor to serve as councilwoman and deputy supervisor. I want to thank the voters in Webster who placed their trust in me and elected me to this position for 16 years. I have always striven to represent all residents of the town and work for things that would have a lasting and positive effect on the quality of life in Webster. I never approached this as a passive job, not one of just shaking hands and showing up for photo ops. For me, it's been showing up, rolling up my sleeves, putting on my boots, sometimes a hard hat, when necessary. I reflect on the past years. I reflect on the many projects, such as the Recreation Center, Miracle Field, Sandbar Park, the new Barry A. Dean Highway Facility, the soon-to-be-completed Water Resource Recovery Facility, Fairlife, and so many others. These are the tangible things, the things that we can see as we drive around town, but there have been so many other less visible infrastructure projects that have been completed. None of this would have been possible without our employees, the ones who keep this town running every single day. I am grateful for their talent, their diligence, and their dedication. It has been a privilege to work alongside with each and every one of them. I have also had the privilege to serve with some very hardworking and dedicated fellow board members over the years. Lastly, but most importantly, I want to thank my husband, Richard, daughter and son-in-law, Jess and Matt. Thank you for your love, your unwavering support. I love you.